Hello, good people of the internet. How's your Sunday going? I hope this goes out today. Or how's your Monday going? Happy whatever today is. I hope your today is going good. So if any of you have seen my stories on the Instagram, I don't have to freeze my butt off anymore because my wonderful wife, after almost 9 years, has given me a sliver of the house that I can call my own. And she even helped me rearrange and set stuff up to where I can have a spot to dye my stuff indoors, to where I'm not outside in sub-freezing temperatures with wind blowing and all that good stuff. So today we are going to dye inside, and it's going to be cool. Now, once we get down there, I would like to assure you that it is not a beheading video or anything. So I don't know if you guys have like catch-all rooms in your house, but I'm in the back part of the basement, which is like not finished. There's a washer back there and a dryer back there. And then currently, because we're kind of in the middle of maybe selling our house, maybe not, we started packing up and getting ready and all that stuff. So there's a million boxes back there. So when I say a little sliver of the basement, I mean a little sliver of the basement, but I've got 2 more burners. So I have 3 burners total. Remember that whole I'm not spending any more money thing? I kind of went to the restaurant store yesterday, and when my wife took me there for the first time, that's where she got my burners. And she took me to the spot where they were, and there were none there. She's like, oh, this is where I got them, but there's none there. So yesterday I went over there, and I got there, and there were still none there. And I was like, oh, man. And then all of a sudden this guy came out with a cart, and he had like 5 of them. And as soon as he got out there, I'm like standing there waiting for him to put them out. And these people start grabbing them off of the cart before he even puts them out. So I'm like, ah. And I grabbed 2 when all I wanted was 1. But, so I have 3 now. And I have pans. I got the deeper pans. I don't know why, but I did. So I've got 2 deep pans and my 1 little shallow pan. But today, it's not going to be super exciting or anything. I am dyeing yarn for a sweater for my little sister. And I still don't know what I'm going to do as far as colors. Like she seems to go with like grays and earth tones. So I can't get like all crazy with it. I got to do like a tonal at best, if not a solid. So that should be exciting. Like I like pulling everything out and being like Technicolor Dreamcoat, bright colors. But today's not going to be that. So I don't know if I'm doing like my Silver Fox maybe as a tonal, or pistachio. I got that tobacco leaf. That might look good. I'm kind of leaning towards tobacco leaf, or doing the teddy bear brown, but trying to do it darker and lighter. And if you see me keep looking over there, it's because my wife drank too much tequila last night, and I'm trying to make sure she's got signs of life going on, because she's got her head like in her hands with her glasses off, and I'm pretty sure that she might have alcohol poisoning.
What if it was, I just thought of this when you said the browns. What if you did a brown and an orange together, and it was like fall leafy color? Not like bright orange, but a dark.
I don't have anything other than bright orange. But I was thinking about...
You know you mix colors.
I was thinking about doing the tobacco leaf and a teddy bear brown.
You could still put orange in that too and have orange undertones in the browns. I mean, I don't know. It's you. I just thought of that when you said.
And I was also thinking
orange would be pretty.
The lady from the Cat Lady podcast with 2 T's, which stands for Craft All the Things. Learned that last week, didn't we? Well, she was doing one of the deep pans, and she might be responsible for the reason I have deep pans. And she's 100% responsible for the reason I bought deep pans, because she did this cool little dip and jiggle method. Dip and jiggle, and then she dip a little bit more, and she jiggle it, and she dip a little bit more, and she jiggle it, and then she put the rest in, so it was like a
gradient.
That. But she did it with the frozen blue. I might do the dippy jiggle jiggle method with like teddy bear or tobacco leaf, but we'll find out. But I've got my yarn soaking, my hanks, soaking my hanks. Now, I've got everything set up downstairs. I just need to add my acid and my water and heat them up. There has been an issue with blowing breakers, but I have it split up now to 2 different. I have 2 on one and 1 on another. And I was able to make it through last night of just heating up everything on absolute high without blowing breakers.
You're using the fisherman's wool that you showed in last week's episode. Worsted weight.
If you didn't hear that, I'm using the fisherman's wool from last week's episode, the worsted weight.
And here's some clips of my wife winding it.
And here's some clips of my wife winding it. So, this will be the only time it looks like this, because I have a hot water heater right behind me. I'm sitting at my new table. I'll show you all in a minute. I have a wife right there. I did order a hippy dippy tapestry to hang from a thing behind me to where it won't look but hey man, this is real shit. This is our basement. There's ducting and tubing and water heatering going on behind me. But dude, we've got whatever that was doing a little beepy poo. But that's not the important part. You'll see Alex Gray pictures hanging behind me on the next time we do. There's my 3 pans, and there's my wall, and there's my respirators, and I got my dyes, and I got some pre-made dyes, and I got like my little sister painted that for me years ago, like God, a decade at least.
The one you're making the sweater for.
The one I'm making the sweater for, yeah. But I got all my stuff. I got a shelf that's mine. And you guys might not understand how big of a deal this is. But my wife had to clear stuff off of here so that I could have it. And I went and bought a little 4-foot table. And I was like, oh, sweet, I can have my pans, but that's it. And my wife, this is another big deal. This was the table that was kind of like our laundry table. And she took the 4-foot table for that and gave me this bad boy. I got some of my stuff that's in storage right there. And there's my hanks. There's my dryer. But I've got a little
washing machine.
washing machine. I got a little don't mind that. I got a sink, haven't used it yet. And oh wait, no, I can't turn it sideways for you guys. This weird little standalone shower thing. It's got some trash in it right now. Not trash, but the boxes from my thing, but that's where I'll be able to dry everything and get water. I'll also be able to get water from there, but that's a tiny little sink. But guys, I got a thing, man, and it's mine. So, yeah. Oh, and I got a lamp. I put a shade on it, but it made it really dark. So, I know it doesn't look the greatest, but it's what it is, man. All right. So, I if you can hear me talking, I've got my pan heating up, and I've got my whoopsie dyes that I've already got mixed up. So I've decided for 12 cups of water, I'm gonna do 1 cup of the 3% dye that I made. And since I'm doing the dippy shaky method, what?
Looks awfully low.
It does look awfully low, doesn't it? Alrighty. So that's mixing up. Ooh, I get to use my new spoon. Haha. Oh, can you get that off? Thank you. Huh, boy, so that does not look. Alright, they're getting hot. They're getting hot in the basement for the first time. I don't need to mix them up anymore, I don't think.
I can't get all that off. I have to get it off.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna use my new spoon to make sure everything's mixed up.
Really? It's pretty thick.
Looks pretty thick.
It's gonna be real dark when you first start dipping it.
Well, we're going for brown, baby. Worst case scenario, it all just turns out brown. So she just went bloop, and then shiki. And then boop.
Looping further.
Shaky.
And then keep looping further.
And boop. And then shake. Alright, y'all. My wife is gone. She's upstairs. You didn't really think I was just gonna have an episode of Brown, did you? I mean, I definitely need to do a Brown for my little sister. But, so one of the reasons that I bought multiple pans is to be able to do multiple things, of course. But what my wife doesn't know is let's talk, what's the term? Male fragility? Ego? Shit like that. One thing that's kind of gone through my head is, man, this is kind of my thing. I'm having fun with it. But I'd be stupid and fooling myself if I wasn't admitting that my wife has done the majority of the research. She has guided me along the way, and I've kind of been, I don't want to say scared, that's not the right word. My wife has always been the artist in the family. Like, we both have our own skills. Like, I dabble in this and dabble in that, and do all kinds of different artistic things. I always have, but she is like the everyday, I've got to create something, as to where I'll work and work and work and work, and then on the weekend I may or may not do something, kind of thing. So I've always been like, if she touches this, I'm done. Like, she's gonna make me look like absolutely crazy. But I know one of the reasons I fell in love with her, and one of the reasons I married her, was because of her artistic abilities, her creativity. Like, she's a goddamn inspiration to be around in that manner every day of life. Because no matter what, every single day, whether it's after the baby goes to bed, she's creating something. So I have three more skeins soaking right now, and I'm gonna bring her down here in a little bit, and I'm gonna put her to work, and she's probably gonna make me anything that I've made so far look like absolute garbage. But I don't care. And I am very excited to see what she comes up with on the fly, because she has no idea that I'm going to be doing this. So, oh my god, with zero preparation, just what she knows as of right now, and being thrown into a situation, her mind's going to scatter, but watch how quickly it comes back together. And she is, I already know I'm going to feel, my ego is going to take a hit with whatever she comes up with. I'm sure of it. So, hold on. In case you missed that, my wife just covered herself and said, I don't have a bra on. And then said, why am I down here? And look, you get more of the wonderful, not finished basement. Yay! I promise I'll make it better. So, we had a good chat about male fragility and ego, and some of my inner worries.
Male fragility?
Yes.
Okay.
And I was saying about, for some reason in my head, with you being the artist of the family, if you ever got as much research as you've done and all that stuff, that if you ever touch this, you would make me look like a absolute, like, horrible, not person. You would make me look like shit, basically. It's with one little of the dye. So I had you soak 3 hinks, and you thought they were for me, but they're for you. And I was telling them about, even with no time to prepare, no being thrown into the situation in your head going, ah!
I am
and
already.
All that you would still make something that would make everything that I've done to this point look like absolute garbage.
I don't think so.
And now it's your turn.
Okay.
So, we are going to
be a long episode.
We're going to give Quill, I don't know, a couple minutes to get some sort of plan. And
then I have to just wing it?
You have to just wing it.
Okay.
Dude, I already told them that you've done 15 times more research than I have, that you've been 100% the anger behind me being able to pull any of this off, and that you are the dominant by far artist in this family. So I for one want my ego to be hurt, because there is no ego with us. I married you for your artistic capabilities.
I hope that's not why you married me.
I put it in my damn vows.
I know, but I know.
Like,
I don't feel like I'm even up to par with some of the stuff you see on like Instagram and.
Oh, I know that is definitely overwhelming, isn't it? And
yeah, it's very
like
overwhelming.
you'll know in about an hour or so. Like, okay, I watch people do this, that, and a third. Let me do this, that, and a third. And you're like, why do I have nothing at all like what I thought in my head?
Yeah.
So, do you have an idea from right now, like, what you want to do?
Yeah, but do I want to make 3 skeins of it? Yeah, sure. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I do.
Here we go.
All right.
You see this right here? My ego is in there.
And our heater is very loud.
Our heater is very loud. But they already know this is my little, like, beheading
Oh my god, stop
fortress.
saying that. Just stop.
So, alright, dude, let's see what happens. I am excited.
Okay, honestly, I am not sure what I'm doing, but I think I want to make a color that microstripes. So I'm gonna put my skeins in and then do a really diluted pink. And then another pink, I think, is what I want to do. Or the pink and the Caribbean blue. I don't know. So I guess let's just put these skeins in. I've never done this at all on my own, so this has always been John. I have 8 cups of water, 3 tablespoons of vinegar, and I think I want to rinse these. I want to squeeze these a little bit and put them in. Although, I think I need to open them up some. And I'm getting water everywhere already. That's awesome. And I don't have gloves on yet because, well, there's no dye. So, already I'm thinking I want more water in there, so I'm not going to squeeze these out as much as I thought I was going to. It's going to just make a mess, apparently. Well, I can always add more water to my pan, right? So, I don't want to talk too much because I don't know how much he already talked in the first video, so but I think I'm going to have to make a solution. But I want to get these in with the vinegar right away and then see how much water I have. And that's where I'm going to go from there. So, get over there. Water's a little hot, but that's okay. All right. Although I am going to be adding a lot of water with my dye solution. So, we'll see. He needs, note to self, John needs more towels that can just dry hands and whatnot and be used just for dyeing. So John already has a 3% pink in the flamingo, but I want to make Caribbean blue, and I want to make a very, very, like, not even a 1% stock. So I have 2 cups of water and my respirator on, and I am going to make a very thin stock solution of this Caribbean blue. I feel like it's not thin enough. I feel like I need more water. Let's put this back on. I want to add more water. Alright, I still feel like that's really blue. Alright, and I feel like he needs another thing, because I definitely don't want to add that much pink to this. All right. I guess the moment of truth. Right. Alright, we're gonna let this sit. This hasn't been sitting very long, just like 2 minutes, but I already know I want this to be brighter up here in the pink. So I'm going to use his 3% and just do it at the top of this flamingo pink. So I should probably have gloves on doing this. Come on, stringy string. Oh, Jesus. That's not what I wanted it to do. Okay. That's already more of what my idea was. Okay, that's good. I got some pink down here, and that doesn't make me very happy. And there is still blue dye that hasn't exhausted down here. But again, I need to stop touching it. I need a little more blue. Right here already, I can tell. Because the water was clear and the yarn was still white. All right, now we're gonna let it sit and let it exhaust.
Oh, Oh, that looks so good.
I've seen it already, though,
I
for
would
me.
have no separation of colors. I would have used 46 pounds of blue and 12 pounds of the flamingo.
It's hard to see in the pan.
How we doing? Ooh.
But see how I want it? I want even more.
You want even more?
Yeah, I want even more.
You want even more. Oh my god, my wife is so good at everything she does.
Oh shit, it wasn't mixed very good at the bottom.
Oh, did my wife just make a mistake? She's gonna recover
mix your dye.
with beauty and grace. Watch. Oh my god. Looks very patriotic.
That's not what I was going for.
It looks like a bomb pop. You should leave it alone right now and call it bomb pop.
Bomb pops are red though. Look at that dye.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Oh boy. See how easily you're like, man, I wish I had a time machine.
Well, I think I might have.
You're also moving it down the yarn.
Yeah.
Oh my god, she's so awesome at everything she touches. It hurts me on my inside parts.
Okay, now I need to leave it. I need to leave it alone.
And leave it alone, baby. Leave it alone. Hey, I love you.
I love you too.
Hey, thank you for letting me have this little space.
You're welcome.
Hey, thank you for making my friend Laura a hat with the yarn that I dyed. She'll probably want one with the yarn that you're dyeing instead. What you doing, Quill?
Freaking out. I don't know.
Why are you freaking out?
Well, our table's not level.
Oh.
And there's definitely more water down that end.
So, what are you thinking of?
I'm gonna speckle.
You're gonna speckle.
I'm gonna attempt to speckle. Which scares the crap out of me. Do you use more acid or less acid?
I don't know. You tell me.
That definitely.
Look,
has blue dye in
she's
it.
using our sink. We have a sink down here. And look, I've got yarn drying in the little shower. God, I swear, look at that weird bathroom. Since you already saw it. It's, we bought the house like this. Why you would have that? I don't know. But I have peed there, since I started dyeing, if you wanted to know. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Well, this is the Caribbean blue. I think I'm going to speckle all over with Caribbean blue.
Oh, boy.
I don't want to speckle with a purple. I'm already getting a little bit of purple in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I know this will, I don't know what it'll do, actually. So I'm saying I know anything.
If it makes you feel any better.
That's too dark.
It's gosh darn beautiful.
It's too dark.
It's gosh darn beautiful.
I wanted it, I should have not dumped all the rest of that solution in it.
Dude, every single week, this is what I go through. Oh. Like, oh, I'm just going to give a little dab.
You need your thingy, too.
Up. Let me get my respirator on. BRB, y'all.
I think it's still too much water in the pan.
You'll find out in a little bit.
No, I think it is.
Hey babe,
What?
how long has it been since I told you I loved you?
I don't know. Since this morning? It's too much water. It's not striking as a speckle.
The only thing I can... Well, you don't touch it at all. And the only thing I can say is less is more. How many times have we looked at my videos and been like, God, I should have stopped there after we knew what we got at the end. But keep on trucking.
That looks terrible. Nope, I'm done.
It doesn't look terrible. What are you talking about?
That's a huge
Oh, that's one little thing, man, on that
Yeah,
whole...
but if I'm going for like perfection, which of course I'm always going for perfection, that is not what I wanted at all. Like now I'm nope.
So what do you do?
I'm letting it sit.
Okay, so I actually took more water out of the pan, and I'm going to flip these, and I'm going to speckle the other side with, if you even can call that speckling. So, yeah, that's where we are. I am not happy with that at all. So, yeah. And I'm spilling water everywhere. And I'm getting all steamy in my glasses. I cannot get these back in the pans the way that I think they should be. And I'm covered in blue. But I guess that's what I get for not wearing gloves. I am not good at getting it back in the pan. And like without messing the other ones up as I try to correct the first one or two or whatever I want to say that is. See how that one then floats away? There's got to be a better trick to this, and I just don't know it. Trying to even out where the blue and the... Alright. Time to put on the respirator again. We're losing light, so, and my hanks aren't dry. But I'll promise to post pictures of what they look like when they're fully dry. So, you wanna go?
Sure. Mine was not intended to be exciting because my goals today were to get non-superwash merino dyed, rinsed, washed, and dried without it turning into a felt Bernie Sanders wearing mittens. And I accomplished it. This is going to be used for a custom-made sweater. I got 6 skeins, all equal-ish tones with a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? With a little bit of tonal.
It's like a semi-solid tonal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Let me see one. And you attempted to dip dye these, right?
I did, but I think that's the only reason why I have the little bit of darker pieces. So mine is definitely not exciting, but it wasn't really meant to be exciting.
So it looks like this may have went in first, because look how dark it is compared to here. So
it was meant to be a semi-solid earth tone sweater for a sweater. So and I think I succeeded with that. I think that
It looks kind of purple on camera. It's not purple in person, though.
I didn't know. So Jake from Dog Star kind of gave me the business when it came to how I squeeze the water out, and he's like, "Don't do that." So as much as I'm tempted to just go like I'm milking a cow to get the little bit of water out whenever it's hanging, I didn't do that. So I just was patient. And this dries a super lot faster than super lot. That's a word. A super lot. Seems to dry a lot faster than what I'm used to dealing with. So you probably saw the amount of dye I used. That was an issue. Had to add lots of water.
Yeah, for the dip dyeing. If you were going to dip dye again, you need to use more water, less dye in general.
Yeah.
Alright, I didn't scan it out really great.
Saw a video on a robot that does that for that Oink Pignets people.
Really? She has a robot that does
She's
that?
got a robot that she hits a button and it's a little hook and she puts the end on it and it goes.
You know how much that machine is? They're like
$12.
They're like $300 or something. The skein winder thing.
Yeah.
Now yours isn't fully dry either, so this might still lighten up a little bit.
Yeah, but what do you think?
I love it.
For the sweater, you think it's something?
So I'm making the Cat Bell sweater. I'll insert a picture here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. You don't have to move; it'll just cover up whatever's there. So yeah, there you go.
I feel like the winter is coming, man.
All right, so we're at. This is already a long video, so I'm gonna.
We're already here, so
quick.
I knew it. 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 As soon as I got my wife involved, she was gonna, first time, no practice, no even room to prepare, she was gonna come out with something more beautiful than anything I've made so far. And show her.
It's
show
not.
Show 'em.
I don't think. Okay, so it's not even started to dry because I just rinsed it.
Oh, still.
But
which means it's gonna lighten up.
It'll lighten
when
up.
It's finished, and it's gonna look even better.
The part where it's pink, where I felt like I just then added too much pink, that will lighten up. It's still not as light as I wanted it to be, but I am contently happy. I feel like the pink on one of them went down a lot further than the others, so that kind of irritates me a little. But all right, so.
Oh my goodness. Look at those speckles. Look at those speckles. Oh my god. Oh my god. Gorgeous, right?
See how that middle one is a lot more pink?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you know what? Maybe I don't have it even on the thing, because I was trying to keep them exactly how they were in the pan, and I know I messed with... This one's like pulled a little.
Yeah, so she was mad because it was so dark.
So they're not as
and it looked like an American flag at first.
It did. Hazel came down and she's like, America! And I was like, no!
Yeah, she
that's not
did.
what I was going for!
Yeah.
But...
Yeah, so...
I am happy with what I did. I'm not sad or mad. So...
Yeah. Yeah. So, I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. That's one of the reasons I married this lady.
What?
I'm the luckiest guy in the world. And I just know that it's just her thing. She like doing stuff like this is just her thing. And it comes natural because...
I mean, I did go to art school, so I have a degree in graphic design. So I've had classes on color theory and...
went to art school.
Whatnot. Did you?
Yeah, and I failed the test. So I ended up in diesel mechanics. Look at us now. At least I'm doing something that had to do with my college.
True, I'm not doing crap. Yeah, we can... Yeah.
But yeah, I knew it was going to happen, but I was also excited, and there was a reason I wanted to do this. Like, there's no room for ego in this, and there's no room to not be your partner's biggest cheerleader in the whole wide world. And I've always been that, and she inspires me. I annoy
You've
her.
always been very supportive. Very supportive.
This is not a a surprise whatsoever. So I just wanted to switch it up a little bit and make you guys remember that this is, after all, Quill's podcast. And she does have this for a reason, because she is super, super talented.
Okay.
And I love her.
Stop.
Would you like to make out right now? Would you like to make out right now? Like that? All right. Till next week.
Get happy.
Winter is coming.